Hello, welcome to the Edmonton Journal, Edmonton Sun World Cup Roundtable. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We talking all things World Cup in this roundtable. My name is Derek Van Diest. I've covered pretty much every tournament that's come through Edmonton since 2007. World Cup's coming to Edmonton. That's got to be exciting for everybody, I guess. Hopefully, I guess it's not a step. But considering all that Edmonton has done and how well the tournaments have been received here, starting with the women's under-19 championships 2002, and they sold out the stadium to watch 19-year-old women play. I think I can't see FIFA not saying, okay, now we're going to turn your back on Edmonton. I just want to get a thought on the three of you on getting an opportunity to see a World Cup game at home, if it happens here or Toronto, Montreal. But it's an exciting time for soccer in this country, and I guess we'll start with you, Yuri, on your thoughts on. I know I'm not sure if Australia's ever bid for a World Cup, but just getting an opportunity to. I think they have, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah. But getting an opportunity to, if we're all still here in 8 years, to watch this event, what would that mean?
Well, I think it's massive on many levels, but I mean, the city gets to showcase what it's all about, right? And that's a good thing. The economic spin-off is great, but getting these young kids who are now running around the fields, the idea that they could be watching a World Cup game in 8 years, that's huge, and does a lot for those grassroots levels as well, because you can start pinning your hopes on getting this game or getting several games, and it will bolster like football, soccer in the city.
Yeah, and Jamie, what are your thoughts on?
Well, I think, Lauren, I've already talked, but I think I get to be the boss next time.
Is that right? Is that right? Okay.
Get you doing all the grunt work this time, but no, I think, just the spectacle that comes with the World Cup is unmatched. I think just the magic that it can do for development in the city when it comes to just the grassroots game, and the money or the support that gets pumped into there is just, you can't mirror that anywhere else. I think, especially when you look at FC Edmonton and the CPL coming in, I think the CPL hopes to be 8 years into its life at that point. And so the fact that you can kind of add the World Cup to a stable domestic league is just, you can't touch that. So it's definitely an exciting time for soccer in the city, soccer in the country. So just, you think back to probably would have been like years ago when you're just like, oh, I'd love to see the World Cup come through Edmonton, but it's kind of a pipe dream. But it's coming more and more reality as time goes on, and I think just everything it does for development is second to none. So,
Lauren, your thoughts? You've obviously worked for FIFA. You were here at the Women's World Cup. You saw how wonderful that event was, and how kind of Edmonton kind of embraced that event, especially with Canada was here when they played that opening game against China. That was a fantastic afternoon. It was a great day for soccer. Just your thoughts on the possibility that Edmonton gets to host a World Cup game.
I mean, I think I know I speak for Jamie too, and we both couldn't believe it when we heard the news. Probably everyone around this table was up at 4 a.m. waiting for that 5 a.m. announcement. Yeah, we were all tweeting about it. But I just was waiting with absolute bated breath. I mean, to have grown up playing soccer my entire life in the city, to know how large our soccer community is, to know how they rally behind everything that's put in front of them as far as getting behind events like this. You're right, not only does it look tremendous for our city to be such a great host for these events and to show that we can do it, and we can do it at the best possible level, but also just, you guys hit the nail on the head, it's that legacy piece, right? It is that piece where you look at these young kids that are going to be sitting in that stadium or watching the game from wherever they are, and they're seeing it happen in their home country. I mean, that is unbeatable. That is what we should be doing these things for. And the excitement at seeing a World Cup at home, I can't even imagine it, to be honest. I mean, I'm counting down until 2026 right now, 8 years and how many days away. It'll just be tremendous. And if Edmonton gets the good fortune to be able to host, we sure know that we can put on a heck of a show, and that we'd make great hosts for those games. So
it's one of the only ones we're missing, I think.
That's it. That would be it. The men's World Cup. They've done pretty much everything else in this city. So that's why I think I'd be hard-pressed to see FIFA turn their back on Edmonton after all it's done for the city. I want to thank you guys, everyone, for coming in. This is obviously very enjoyable. We're all huge football fans, soccer fans, and we all love the World Cup. And go England. Germany will recover, I'm sure. And I think you're not giving enough credit to your mates there in Australia. I think I think they have a surprise in them.
We'll see.
Yeah, penalties all the way to the.
Yeah.